Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom, thank you for joining me. Today's episode is the 5 things that you need to know about Narc apologies. So in this video we will look at, do Narcs apologise? And what a Narc apology actually means. Bear with me, I've got some notes. Alright lovelies, so this was inspired by a comment by Stephanie, who said, "My narc apologised for everything. I confronted him and I said, if you deny it, I'm going to leave you. So he apologised for everything. I didn't think narcs apologised." So the first thing that you need to know is that yes, narcs are quite capable of saying the words, "I'm sorry." It doesn't mean that it's a real apology. It's not sincere. It is fake. "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." It's just 2 words. It is so easy for a narcissist to say that they're sorry. Doesn't mean it. Number 2, it also doesn't mean that they're going to change the behaviour that they're apologising about. So you've confronted them about something, you've said, if you deny it, I'm going to leave you. So they say, okay, you're right, you caught me red-handed, I'm sorry. Doesn't mean that they're not going to turn around and do the exact same thing again the second that you've left the room. In fact, I can almost guarantee, the narcissist basically says and does what they need to do to get what they want. So, which brings you to point 3. Narcissists are so self-serving. They will literally say and do anything to get what they want. So if you're getting in the way of what they want, i.e. you and your fuel. So if you're saying, "I'm going to leave you unless you say blah, 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 or do X, Y, and Z," they're going to say blah, 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 and they're going to do X, Y, Z. No 2 ways about it, because what they want is the fuel. They don't care what it takes. They will do whatever it takes. They'll say whatever they need to. It's that kind of stuff doesn't factor into their thinking. They just don't care. All right. So they're looking for the outcome that they want. So what am I up to? 4. If they are admitting, so you've said, he's admitted everything. Okay, that's great. But when they're admitting things, it's usually because you haven't actually gotten onto the thing they're really hiding. So I don't know what you confronted him with. I don't know what you said. I have no clue because you didn't go into that. But I do know that the only reason that narcissists will admit to something is A, to get what they want, and B, because it deflects from the real thing they're hiding. So while they're saying, "Oh, yep, okay, I admit it over here. Look over here, I admit it." But what they're not saying is, right, over down here, right, focus here, don't worry about what's going on down there. Right? And the thing is, you are so focused over here. You're telling them, what to say to you. They are saying what you ask them to say. It's not a true kind of indication of what's going on, what the big picture is. All right, and point number 5, narcs are such good actors. I mean, they can be, not always. Some of them are dreadful actors, especially those that are paid to be actors. But some of them are really good at acting because they watch movies, they watch how people react, they observe people, they pay attention to that stuff. It's in their best interest to know how to act a certain way to get what they want. So, what an apology really means, what a narc apology really means is, "I'm sorry I got caught." Right? That's the first thing. When they're saying, "I'm sorry I got caught," is the first thing that comes to mind. Number 2, "I'm sorry that there is no other way for me to get out of this other than apologising." Because, they don't really like apologising. They never ever want to admit they're wrong. And, even though they're saying, "I'm sorry," they're not actually admitting to doing anything wrong. Not really. Not on a deep level. They're not, they know they're lying to you, essentially. In that moment in time, when they're apologising, they know they're lying. They know they're not sorry. They know they're going to do it again. But, as I said, they will do whatever it takes to get what they want, which is your fuel. All right, so number 3 is, "I'm glad you're focusing on this." As I said, over here, over here, over here. And you haven't realised what's really going on. Because there's nothing worse for a narcissist when you say, we need to talk, come and sit down, because all of a sudden everything they're doing, and they're up to so much, starts tripping through their mind, what they've said, who they've said it about, what they've done, what lies they've got. That's a bit stressful for them. It creates anxiety. So when they're apologising, they're actually kind of apologising in a sense of relief. They feel relieved that you've only found out about this. So it's no big deal for them to say, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, babe, I'm sorry. Because you haven't actually gotten, you haven't clued on to the bigger thing, the thing they're really hiding. And the final point is, I'm so glad that you still believe in the false construct, in the facade, that you still believe that I'm the person I'm presenting to be. Because once again, every time you say, babe, can come and have, want to have a chat, they go through this, oh shit, I've been caught, she's figured me out, and it's a relief. They get this flood of, whatever causes the relief response in the body. They get that rush going through like, oh, whew, that was close, And so it's easy to say, yeah, look, I'm sorry, babe, Doesn't mean they are sorry. Doesn't mean they're not going to do it again. And you have to snap out of this hope and denial. They're the two things that are going to mess you up with a narcissist. Hope and denial, right? If they're a narcissist, they are a narcissist. There is nothing you can do to change that. Okay, no matter how much you hope, wish, and pray, nothing you do will make any difference at all. Okay, so the sooner you realise that, the better. All right, lovelies, get nut free, stay nut free. Bye.